Hey guys, bringing the boa here. I've been kind of keeping this a little quiet, just because I didn't want to jinx anything. Because the last couple times I've had eggs that were laid that were from like something that I uh, paired, never hatched. But oh my goodness, I got a baby hognose after all this time. So this season marked the first season to me returning to breeding hognoses since I think it was 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2020. 2020 was my first year of having like successful clutches. I think I had four total, but I had to terminate the eggs because the both of the parents ended up having cryptosporidium. I just didn't want to take the chance. Um, and I also am going to mention this here as well. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on however you want to look at this, I opted to put all of those snakes down because it was cryptosporidium, so you can't cure it. And to me, there's no point in having a potential infection risk, um, and me potentially spreading it to others. So I euthanized my entire collection, um, and basically started from the ground up again in 2021, I think. Um, and this is the parents of this snake are snakes that I got in 2022, I think. I got this one's mom in 2022 as a baby, and then I got the dad this past March, I think. So I've had him for almost a year. But mom got egg bound with the first egg. She held on to him for too long. I had to help massage him out with some tips from Jeff over at JMG Reptile. And yeah, I was very fortunate to have that advice. I was able to get all the eggs out. Nothing bad happened. But then she double clutched, and she laid only three eggs, three good eggs with one dud. This egg was the only one of the three that had good calcification on the shell. And that's not true. The other two did calcify, but not as well, and never they stayed really squishy. I don't know how else to put it. Which sucked because they had embryos, they had good veins, you could see a pulse for sure. But they started to mold and started to smell kind of off, so I pulled them out of here and put them in a separate container to incubate separately. And yeah, they weren't good. So I only ended up with one good egg out of, I think, the total amount of eggs she laid was, I think, 12, 13. So, which kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, the double clutch I wasn't prepared for because I thought she didn't look like she double clutched. She didn't put on any extra weight more than what I would expect for her to be putting on while recovering. So I got lucky that I did catch it, because also that initial clutch she laid while I was getting ready to go out of town on a trip. So I was trying to collect all the eggs, incubate them, but then started realizing that all of them had been deprived of oxygen for too long, which is why they weren't calcifying, which the last egg of this clutch, I think she held on to for a little too long out of the second clutch that this egg came from. Because this egg was the first one out, if I'm remembering right, besides the dud that was in there. So, yeah, I'm so excited. Looks like an Evans hypo. Should be an Evans hypo. Because mom's a caramel, had Evans, dad's an Evans with no hats. Working on that project just because I was told that frosts tend to beat the odds a little bit too frequently. So I just wanted to see if I could pull something out, but unfortunately I didn't get enough large of a sample size on this clutch, and she's going to be taking next season off. So we'll see. We'll see the year after if we hit frosts, but more than likely we shouldn't. But yeah, so I'll do a little update video later on this one coming out fully out of the egg, maybe even after the post hatch shed. So excited, so happy. Finally got back around into like successfully breeding hognoses again.